Hey guys, Trevor McDougall here, also known as Trevor Psychoone McDougall from the Psychotic Strip Show, right here on CGCM Radio. We're trying out a new segment now where we're going to be talking about some stuff that's upcoming, or sometimes even a retro review of some albums that are upcoming, and then we think that you should bring it to your attention. First off, we'd like to thank Iron Maiden Beer Canada for sponsoring our station, and go grab yourself couple of their flavors. They have Trooper beer. Actually, it's a Trooper ale, I do believe, and Sun and Steel Lager, which is my all-time favorite. So it's a great thing coming out. What I'd like to talk to you about this week, since they are a sponsor of ours, is going to be the re-release special edition of Iron Maiden's Live After Death. Now, I haven't received my copy yet, but guarantee you it is on its way. But I do have a couple of the other ones here. You'll see that I have the Somewhere in Time box set, and also the Killers, or sorry, not Killers. What am I thinking? The Number of the Beast box set. And each one comes with a remaster of the CD and a little figurine, which I do have actually on display in my office here. And it comes with a patch. So if you're into patches and putting on your rock and roll war vest, you will appreciate those as well. They're a great little box set. I really like the figurines. They've really paid attention to detail. Just give me a second here, and I will grab one of these little babies for you. Now, they're not huge by any means. As you can see, they're about that big. This is the Somewhere in Time one. Let me get that in frame here for you. And it's really cool. And they have the little platforms that they stand on, and they come off and they just stand in there, so you can display them proudly. And I'm quite happy to get those. You know, my wife, on the other hand, is not, but she quite likes them. But they have just re-released the Live After Death album, which was one of my main Maiden albums when I first got into Maiden many moons ago. And it's got some great songs. My all-time favorite, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, off of that. I remember driving my parents crazy because I actually had the VHS, yes, I'm that old, VHS format to put on there. And it's absolutely fantastic. It's an album that I never get tired of listening to, and I'm not really a big live album guy. So I can say that I highly recommend this one, because it's absolutely fantastic album from front to back. It's got all the great hits, and well, what can I say? That was at the peak of Iron Maiden, right? That was the Power Slave tour, and it doesn't get any better than that. Bruce is in full form. Steve is galloping on the bass. Nico's slamming on the drums, and the rest of the band is just tightly knit in that pocket where they need to be. It's the epitome of the Iron Maiden sound, and it doesn't get any better. So I suggest that you, if you're a collector and you like Iron Maiden, that you go out and get this. I will provide the links down below in the comments for Amazon Canada and .com. If you want to go out and purchase that, that would be fantastic. Support the bands and artists, because these days, amidst all this COVID-19 crap that's going on, bands truly need our support. And, because album sales, they make a bit of money off of it, but not near as much as they do with live. And we all know that the live concert scene is, well, it's gearing up for 2021 with hopes and promises and fingers crossed that it actually comes to fruition. But concert going as we know it, I think, is going to change forever. And it's a terrible time for music fans right now, because I personally am clamoring to get out and see some live music. But until then, we've got a lot of bands are doing Facebook videos and live streams of, quarantine concerts, which is all great and stuff, but it's missing that live vibe that you get, that you can feed off the crowd sometimes. And, the band itself doesn't get the feedback from the audience like they used to. A few thumbs up and a few hearts, that's great for them, but it doesn't feed them. So, you get out there and support your artists by buying merch, buying their albums, even though it is just a little bit, or go right to their web stores on their personal web pages and maybe buy a t-shirt or something like that, because that's how the bands make their money these days. It's not so much in the act of, necessarily in the physical music anymore. So get out there and support those bands. And if you don't know what's coming up, be sure to check us out at, I'm pointing the wrong way. Let's go over here at the CGCM website at www.cgcmpodcast.com. And if you're stuck indoors and you can't get out to listen to any good music, you can always go to Live 365 and tune into our personal radio station, the CGCM Radio. And I will also provide the link for that down here in the notes. And check out our shows. We've got Meister's Music. We've got Wally Gator's Swamp. We've got the Psychotic Strip Show, which is my show. And we've got Dave's Hard Rock Radio. We've got Sean Animaliers Irwin doing his show. A lot of good DJs out there, doing their best to bring you some tunes to make you smile in these tough times. So until then, to coin a phrase from Rich the Meister Dillon, lay off the pipe and don't forget to wipe. Peace.